impossible. He's not gonna. You can't institutionalize somebody like him. It's not even a remote possibility.
And neither can you, because you're not a licensed state professional.
He's not threatening to harm anybody or himself.
No, he's actually giving medical advice on the fucking internet without licensing.
It is John.
Okay, you don't need to be a license. You don't need to have a license.
Shut up.
Hold on, Rich, don't interrupt. You don't have to be licensed to know that there's 90 beds allocated for 4 million people in the valley.
Pepe, I have a question. Do you think that recording clubhouse rooms would get you institutionalized or bankrupt?
No, you can talk to yourself and have an imaginary wife, an imaginary army, an imaginary... Dude, the bar is so high. Now, even when it comes to being... So, when it comes... There's a threat to self or threat to others. Those are very clear, in which you can voluntarily commit it. And generally, you're going to go to... If it's your first time, you go to a county psychiatric hospital. If you are persistently acutely disabled, you're somebody who, for example, I'm so limited on what I'm allowed to say, but let's just say like you're a grown adult and it's in the middle of the summer, your AC is off, you have shit. Let's just say you're covered in shit, you've lost a lot of weight, you're basically pooping on yourself, not eating, you're gonna succumb to the elements. Like, there's things like that where you get involuntarily committed. But you talking to yourself, you being completely detached from reality, having a full psychotic break, can't be institutionalized for that. Okay, so hold on. I want to go back to California Penal Code 653.2 prohibits cyber harassment or quote-unquote doxing, which involves using electronic communication to distribute or post harmful information about another person with the intent to harass them. To be convicted, the prosecutor must prove you knowingly and willfully engage in a course. Sorry, I don't have my glasses on. Willfully engage in a course of conduct directed at a specific person that serves no legitimate purpose and would be considered seriously alarming, annoying, tormenting, or terrorizing. Amazing. So,
yeah, calling somebody a homosexual in Clubhouse isn't gonna fit that criteria, right?
Seriously alarming, seriously annoying, or tormenting. I don't see how this would even come close.
I'd like to be put in the queue, moderator.
Shut the fuck up, John. Like, this is an app where you voluntarily go on, okay? And people disagree with each other. They call each other names. People even gossip and tell lies about each other, kind of like what JB has done to me. Amazing. He literally lied about me, but that's not a crime. I can't have a defamation suit against him because he hasn't cost me any money. I didn't stop eating and lose a bunch of weight and have to go to the hospital because his words hurt me so much, so I need damages.
So Pepe, what you just read in terms of the legal doctrine that you read, I mean, that has nothing to do with civil implications. That's criminal. So if you actually look at the penalties, behind the actions under that penal code, it actually can result in a year in confinement in jail.
Like all misdemeanors, like up to a year. Amazing.
Right. So again, and Rich, I suggest that you be very quiet.
Yeah,
okay?
Rich, don't defend your ankle biting stuff. It's just to us two right now.
Oh, this is all directed at me.
But no,
it's not directed at you.
He's talking about KK.
It's not directed at you.
So,
and talking about the reason why I did not file the complaint that I did today, okay, to the Office of Judicial Affairs, given the fact that your father is a federal judge and you continue to release people's information on this fucking app, I suggest that you be fucking quiet.
Okay, hold on, stop. Guys, no more ankle biting. I'm just gonna start kicking people to the Google. Adams and I right now.
Wait, who was that? Adams? Who was he just speaking to?
He was speaking, I think, to Rich, but he was about Rich, but Rich keeps on inserting himself. So, but we're talking about, we're talking about KK and what she did, and yeah, I would have to say, okay, when it comes to quote unquote doxing, that's not doxing. This individual gives his real name on this app. He tells people he was a former con man. He's been clear that he's been in trouble with the law before. And she brings up, as this former con man likes to say, he used to be a con man. She pulled up one of his records of his cons. I guess I don't quite get how that is. Who would find that even reasonable? If I said I was a con man and you pull up one of my convictions of conning somebody, after I gave my real name, like, I can't say, like, oh, you doxed me. You say you're calling me a con man. Back when I said I was a con man. Like, how does that work? I mean, you have to understand, he had a name, Ketchicon. And his thing, and his whole persona was, I used to be a con man. Now I catch cons. Well, she went to his history, which he clearly has been open about. He clearly would give his name. And,
Pimping grown women.
she found that he conned.
Pimping grown women, correct?
Well, no, he said he was a con man. Like,
Pimping
more than
grown
one.
women. Those were the charges, correct?
No, he said, he claims he was a...
Pimping grown
Adams. Stop, Othello. He said he was a con man in the past. Did he not? That's what he's always fucking said. He was a con man.
Yep.
That's why he said he's catch a con, because he used to be a con. Okay, he has a conviction for pimping, but that does not negate the fact that he said he was a fucking con in the past. How can you defame somebody's character when your character is, I used to be a goddamn con man? And then she finds it, she reads out a court case where, yeah, he was fucking conning somebody. Back in the past, when he said he was a fucking con man, you can't defame somebody like that. Like, that's not defamation. That's, if anything, that's basically, building on what the fuck he was saying.
It's the equivalent of saying that President Trump has felony convictions.
It's like me saying, I used to be a rapist. I was caught. God damn it, you pulled up my fucking record. God damn it, what does it say? It says rape. Jesus Christ. Well, I mean, if I said I did that kind of behavior in the past, I'm not saying he's ever said any such thing, but giving it an example. If I said I used to be such a character, and you pull up a record of me doing what I said I used to do, I mean, geez, how is that defamation? His claim is that he's no longer a con and he catches cons now. She didn't say, what she read did not refute what he said by saying that he's a con man now. It basically just reaffirms that, yeah, he used to be a con man. I don't know how the fuck that would ever be a fucking crime, especially when you volunteered that information on this app. Like your name and the fact that you used to be a fucking con man and you already have a criminal record.
Sex trafficking industry is the number 2 illegal industry in America.
I'm just gonna say one simple thing. I don't think said person should be opening the business that they used to do the same thing. It's kind of scary.
Hey, I enjoy this drama, but what I enjoy more is education and reading books as opposed to just relentlessly stirring the
Okay,
pot.
you're gonna shut your goddamn mouth or you're gonna go to the goo. Now, you're not doing one of your normal touch spiels. And I heard you say, like, I'm a I heard you say some nasty things about me in that room. I did hear it. But I don't take you seriously.
Well, I'm consistent, at least when I ridicule you for being
I
a
know.
worm.
I never take you seriously, but I just don't want to hear your annoying spiel.
Oh, like you're projecting. You just did a huge annoying spiel.
And go off.
To be fair, I've watched his streams. I don't think he reads books, but he listens to audio. He'll have his streams. He'll have like a 12-hour stream, and it'll consist of like 3 hours of Clubhouse, and then it's just like the rest of the 9 hours are an audiobook.
Because he's not very interesting. Nobody wants to hear him talk. Remember when he used to make his rooms and everybody would come in and be like, oh, it's you, and leave the room immediately, and then it would just be him. You could see him in the hallway. It was just him in his room. Like, nobody gives a fuck about that motherfucker. Did you remove him or is he?
I moved him to the audience.
Welcome back to the Pepper Show.
Why is he in here? He hates us. He hates your rooms, but yet he comes.
He's just he does what he does. He's just always, that's just him. I don't really care. No, I would say Adams. Holy shit. I don't know what to say. This whole thing about crimes, I have. First of all, I've been in
Pepe,
so many.
Pepe,
Hold on.
I just want you to stop what you're doing.
What am I doing?
You're being malicious. Like you're
How?
intentionally.
Shut up, Rich.
Can you move Rich down, please?
You
Because,
come up
honestly,
one more time and you're
I
going
don't
down.
want Rich to create any more damage to his father's career. Okay?
No, guys,
Move
stop
him down.
Stop talking about each other.
Him
I will
down.
move him down. I'll move him down if he comes off this mic again, but no more addressing each other. Now, Rich, I swear to God, actually, if you address him, Rich, you get kicked from the fucking room, okay? And Adams, do not fucking address him, all right? But if you interrupt, you're definitely going to stay in the fucking audience, Rich. And if you say anything in the chat, you get kicked out of the fucking room. So now that those guidelines are clear, go ahead. What were you going to say, Adams? Don't talk about Rich.
Pepe, I feel like you handled the situation in a way that was morally repugnant. Like, it was morally repugnant. Like, you literally talked about Roger and, taking time off from his professional career to raise his kids. How many of these people sitting there listening to the scuttlebutt is actually talking to their fucking kids? So at the end of the day, this shit is completely out of any sense that's reasonable, okay? The way that you've handled this shit has been absolutely disappointed, Pepe. I really am. I'm very disappointed. Very, very, very disappointed. And even through all of this, I mentioned the fact that, your number came up on Telegram. I didn't give that to anybody. I didn't offer that up as scuttlebutt or any of those other things when people were asking me, begging me, and offering me money to do it. Stop it, Pepe.
Well, I appreciate that, Adams. And I would say this. I could promise you I never said anything about... at least I really do not recall. I'm going to say at least 95% sure I never said anything about him taking time off to raise kids. I did hear it, but I do not ever remember hearing that. I remember my commentary was strictly pointing out that...
Pepe, we
hold on. Let me finish my point.
Pepe,
Adams,
trying
let
to help
him
you out here.
finish, please.
Come on, stay out of
No,
it.
you stay.
But I'm just trying to
let
finish
him
my point. I'm just trying to finish my point. I think you don't understand my goal with Roger. My goal was Roger is a bully. He liked to bully fat people and try to act like, oh, I can, just be a dick. I can, and I make a lot of money. I'm good. Okay. My goal was to basically show that no, you don't. And quite frankly, this guy can't bully you because he's none of those things that he says he is, and he likes to bully people over. That was my goal. I had zero interest in pointing out what his whether or not he took time off to raise kids. And quite frankly, I wouldn't care if he did that. I don't even look at that as necessary. Like a lot of men might, but I personally don't even look at that as necessarily a bad thing. I do have friends who their fathers were in that situation. I don't think that makes them bad.
I will say something about Roger. When he was first on the app, he ran very even keel rooms. They were balanced.
Alan,
And
he's still on the app. So again, I would be very.
I don't care.
Yeah, he's still on the
Okay,
app.
but let him.
I don't care.
All right, just
I
let
don't
Alan
care.
finish.
Yeah, thank you. And I'll say it again, I don't care, because there are a lot of people on this app, including Roger, who think they're morally superior to me or somehow smarter than me. They are not. And they hold that moral superiority over my head because they happen to be mods. I don't care. They're full of shit, and I will say it to their face. And I've said this to Roger's face in rooms and in private chat. So I'm not saying anything now that I haven't said before. Anyways, to continue, he ran good rooms when the app first started. He never insulted anyone, and he was aligning himself with the right more than the left, I think because he felt that politically, as a libertarian, that was more beneficial to him and his political beliefs. At a certain point, why, I don't know, he lost it. And it seemed like he was attacking conservatives. Now that makes sense, as initially conservatives were not in power, so he was aligning with the underdog, and one could excuse it by saying, well, now that conservatives have power, then we're going to hold them accountable. But that is also when his trolling and his bullying behavior started. And as I view him, it really depended on which Roger you got. Sometimes I could go into his rooms and he would be fair, he would listen, etc. Other times you could tell he was in a mood and
100%.
and he would be looking to criticize people. The thing that really did it for me is he told me early on in the app, remember Alex New York? He would conspire with Alex, so he would say, hey, things are getting kind of dull in my room. You send some of your people into my room, I'll send some of my people into your room, and let's agitate everybody. So he was purposely using that as a way to create content and to annoy people.
I want to bring up this. So we talked about some of the things that which I am almost certain I never said anything about him taking time off to raise kids. I actually don't look at that as a bad thing. First, you guys can clip that. But what I am curious about is that why do you stand by JB? Like you were actual friends offline with KK, and she was disparaging her and her dead husband. Now, here's a woman, and he likes to say, oh, now all of a sudden you care your husband's black. I mean, but at the end of the day, I mean, she is raising her kids, and I guess she packed her, whatever she has with her husband and the family, like she's not remarried while she's raising the kids. Dude, come on, bro. Like, that was the most fucked up thing. I actually was surprised. I have a low opinion of JB, admittedly, but even I thought that was not low of him to necessarily go there, but I would have thought he would at least be smart enough to think, like, yeah, you just don't, dude, there's some things that are just too sensitive. You just don't go there. Her reading out, a official court document and then him saying what she said, or him saying what he said about her and her husband, like that was fucking gross, bro. And I don't see like the same level of outrage. I mean, like she's somebody you were friends with in real life.
So no, that's not somebody that I'm friends with in real life. So at the end of the day, listen, that is an issue between JB and KK. What I have a problem with is the fact that behind that issue, you, Pepe, were sitting there laughing about JB's abuse as a child. You were laughing about child molestation. And, you know, for me personally, in listening to that specific circumstance, and I've shared this on this app, I was a sequestered witness, you know, when I was in high school, from a man that did something that was very terrible to me. And he went on, when I was in college, raped and kidnapped a 12-year-old boy. So listening to you making light of that situation, I don't give a fuck as far as the issue between you and between KK and JB. What I do listen to is you making light of somebody's trauma that, quite frankly, is very close to me as a person. You cross a line that, in my opinion, was morally repugnant.
Well, my apologies. You know, I you know, you can say that, you know, he gave his name, and you know, he encouraged people to look up his fucking background. Because basically he wanted you to see before other people gave you the narrative on his background. That was my encounter with him when I first met him.
Pepe, do you know how many judges were at my mother's funeral? You don't think that I did my due diligence in understanding exactly who that person is? You don't think that I read the case? You don't think that I had access to documents different from what you guys are reading on Google? Stop it.
Amazing.
The man was pimping grown women.
Okay. But once again, okay, like I you know, I don't think it's funny when children get molested or touched or victimized.
So why did you laugh about that? Why did you laugh about that in the context of
did I laugh about it, or did I make a off-color remark about it?
Pepe, it was disturbing. It was very disturbing, and I'm not trying to use this as a gotcha moment. I'm being real and honest with you, okay? It was very disturbing, okay? The fact that you would make light at the fact that that man was a victim as a child of abuse.
Sure, but I would say he kind of like went on as an adult to complete the, I mean, you've heard about the circle of abuse.
Pimping grown women.
Pimping grown
Sexual
women.
trafficking. Sexual
Right.
trafficking.
Pimping grown women.
No,
Pimping grown
sexual
women.
trafficking.
Othello, shut the fuck up.
Sexual
Othello, shut the
Okay,
fuck
well,
up
hold on a
before you
second.
end up on the other side of a
Hold on.
litigation. Be quiet.
Okay, hold on a second. Alright, hold on a second. So, okay, so I know his original now, I've only had hearsay. Now, I'm not going to go off hearsay because I don't have documentation. Of course, JB has been doing hearsay for almost a month based on clips that don't exist, which he's admitted. And they've all admitted they don't have the clips. Now, with that being said, holy shit, I lost my train of thought. Jesus Christ, where was the path I was going down? God damn it, I had a total brain fart. So fucking annoying. What was I talking about? It was the...
Oh, how he's been doing hearsay, there's no clips.
Yeah. So, like, I'm... Okay, so I've heard hearsay where there is, you know... Okay, so the original charges versus the conviction, the sex trafficking was a charge, not a conviction. now, this is hearsay that I've heard on this app that like he, basically had victims from out of state. They were not going back to New York. I don't know if that's true. I don't know. I mean, somebody can obviously get the actual court records.
It's not me.
And that anybody can do that in New York. I don't really care to do it. I don't know how much of that is true, but I mean, just because of your conviction, I mean, I did see, he would tell us to look up his name. He did give a review for a lawyer, where he's like, I was facing 25 years in prison, but only five years.
Pepe, let me just tell you this. I wish that you would have done as much due diligence when you had Europa modded up with you and Mon and Tally up on the stage in White America, right? So let's not pretend, okay? Let's not pretend like you don't know what due diligence looks like, right? I wish that you would have exercised the same fucking due diligence in the way that you're going after JB, in the same way that you went after Europa for digitally, anally penetrating his fucking
Not
granddaughter.
anally, digitally. But once again, this is where your argument falls apart. So KK.
No, that was a mod on your stage.
Oh,
That's
hold on.
not an argument falling apart. That was
Yeah,
a
no,
mod
no,
on your
no.
stage.
Yes.
A convicted,
Hold on.
convicted child
Hold on.
molester.
Yes, hold on. I
Right.
get it. This is your way of trying to defame me. I get it.
Ain't nobody trying to defame you. That shit is.
I know, but
it's
let me
public
finish.
record.
Let me finish.
You modded a stage with a fucking
Adams.
child molester.
Yes. We
Stop
know.
it.
We know. And you were modded with them, and you were
No, the
kicking
fuck
with
I
them in
was not.
chats. Yes, you were.
No,
you were modded the exact same time.
I was not.
Matt.
Again.
Hold on. Matt, was he not a mod during the same time as fucking Europa? Yes,
No.
you were.
I mean,
Yes, you were.
off and on, but I can't say at that specific moment that issue. But yeah,
Okay, right. Okay, here's what you have to understand is that, when it comes to Elijah, when it comes to Rydell, when it comes to Sig, when it comes to Brad, when it comes to a whole bunch of fucking people, you would have to implicate everybody in that. No, we did not know he was a fucking child molester. We didn't know his real name. In fact, the reason why we ended up parting ways is because he was modded up in a room where somebody had my name and Mon's name in the room in the title, and he was modded up in there, and they were trying to talk. It was Samia, who's still on this app. And we were like, dude, why are you modded up in here? And he's like, you're not the boss of me. And he starts talking shit to Mon. He's like, I'll cut off your fucking head and I'll piss down your throat. I have cartel connections and but yada yada yada. So we basically cut off contact with him. Now, a month or two later, there's this guy, black guy with a big white beard who goes by Yams. He was fighting with them one night. And Europa was being brazen, and he said, I'm in Houston, Texas, come kick my ass, come, we'll see about it. Now, and then he gave his real name. So then Yams looks him up and sees he's this fucking sex offender. And then it breaks then. And to be fair, there were comments that people thought he might be a creep. One of my friends from Discord, he only stayed on for a few weeks because he thought this app was toxic. He said this guy gives me creepy vibes. Mon would say he gave creepy vibes. I just thought he was a little weird, but I mean, it's just did I put two and two together and think he was a kitty toucher? No, I don't know. I've never been around a self-professed kitty toucher. I don't know what how do they act? I
Do
don't
you
know.
have Jazzy blocked?
No, this is a new account, bro.
Let's go ahead and ping her into the room.
You can go ahead. I'm not friends with her. I can't ping her in. But when it comes to, so I love how you're trying to talk about. This is the funny part. Now let's just make this clear. So we were talking about everything that transpired over the last few weeks, where I was accused of doxing, which there's zero proof, zero clips have come out. And now you want to refocus and center on something that happened years ago, where there's a guy that we discovered to be a fucking chomo.
Pepe,
But hold on a second.
man. There's not zero proof. You doxed that man.
I didn't dox him. Yams doxed him.
Okay.
I didn't know his name.
It was Yam, in fairness. Yeah.
Like, I woke up one day, and then had a bunch
I'm talking about Roger. You literally doxed Roger.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
How?
Would you want to refer back to the same penal code that I just shared with you? So what does it say? What? Right. Work history.
Okay.
Right.
Let's look
You
it up.
doxed
Work
that man.
history.
Stop your bullshit.
That's not doxing.
My
First of all, you can't dox somebody
This is
that's
crazy.
you
The
can't dox
legal
somebody.
definition on California state law clearly defines what you did is doxing.
No, not whatsoever.
Okay.
So I didn't dox.
So you didn't read out his employment history?
No, I never read it out.
Got it. Got it. You're a liar.
I only made the
You're
comment.
a liar. You're a liar.
Okay, show the clip.
You are a fucking
Show
liar.
the clip. Where's the clip? You guys keep on making these claims, but you never produce the clips. Where are the clips?
This is crazy.
It's crazy, but show the clip.
Pepe, you're a liar. All right.
Okay, show the
So
clip.
I'm gonna leave because I'm not gonna create any more damage to Roger's case against you, and you are gonna get sued. You are gonna get sued.
Okay, amazing. I'm so
Yeah,
scared.
no, you definitely are gonna get sued.
Oh, wow.
So again, at the end of the day, you're a fucking liar.
Amazing. Show the proof. You guys already admitted you don't have clips. You guys don't have clips.
My thing is, why does Adams have some moral high ground when he has sexual harassment?
Because it's the Adams Show, duh!
I don't know. The only thing I find funny is that this all started where JB has been the man that has been demonized more than like 99% of the app. And I've been demonized quite a bit, but for very different reasons. See, I don't come on to women on this app. I don't send dick pics. I don't give out my personal information. I don't make content out of petty drama. Generally, this is like the last month or so, and of course this is a small app, so I guess it's kind of why it's more inevitable. Because I'm personally, I was super excited to like make rooms and talk about controversial shit. Elon takes over X. Now it's a fucking cesspool of people that are far more extreme than myself. And it's just like, wow, I mean, I'm not that controversial. Quite frankly, I don't really like talking to those retards, and I don't really like talking to, just fuck it. Just fuck all of these. I basically just kind of said, like, fuck you to people on every side, the far right, the far left, a lot of the centrists. I just don't like these people now. And to me, it's just like I was somebody who was against the grain. It was like outspoken when it was like before you had like this full swing like you saw the last couple of years. And now I see all of these people none of us have ever heard of before. They're making content saying shit I would say years ago, and it's just like, okay, I don't want to talk to these assholes. It's fucking boring now. I guess you could say like part of me is like kind of like there's like a punk rock element where I do kind of go against the grain, and it's just like I'm not going to accept everything that is said by authority, and I have to listen. The left-wing capture of institutions, and whether it's academia, the media, whatever. It was largely bullshit, and I definitely went against the grain when it comes to a lot of the faggots on the right. These so-called Christian MAGA-loving Americans they'll send their daughter to get an abortion in the next state in a fucking heartbeat. These pieces of shit, there's barely anything lovable or Christian about them. A lot of them are absolute fucking selfish pieces of shit. And, I don't really care for these people either. I'm just being honest. And, you know, and if with the lefties, oh, let's camp out minorities. You know, they're the same, you know, white worthless pieces of shit that were marching for George Floyd, making sure to take lots of selfies while they're doing it. You know, these fucking narcissistic cunts that live in their safe little white bubbles while pretending they care so much about black people, they can all suck a fucking dick. Which one's worse? I mean, really, which one's worse? I don't know. I mean, these people are all pieces of fucking shit. You see all of these goddamn grifters. Like, have you guys been on X? I can't. Like, X is a fucking shithole now after you know, Elon Musk took it over. Now, I do think that the censorship was like, because it was captured mainly by the left. Before they would censor right-wing right-wingers far more so in the past. Now when you go in there, it's just like, well, why does even somebody like myself have a blue check mark? That is fucking retarded. I'm a nobody. Absolute fucking nobody. I don't even go by my real name. Why should I have a blue check mark? Give somebody from the New York Post, the Washington Post, the LA Times. Give these people fucking blue check marks. I want to see like somewhat genuine information. Now, the legacy media was definitely, they were serving as gatekeepers, but it was coming from like a left wing. That filter was on the left, and so there's a lot of distrust of the media, and that's fine. But now it's just kind of like a fucking shit show. So what do you have? You have a bunch of grifters, and you know, like holy shit, you know, the Illuminati, you know, the Jews, the whatever. It's like they can figure it out. Whatever conspiracy theorists brains think. It sucks now.
Pepe, I got a question for you.
What?
Why does Slippers keep accusing you of being a liar?
I don't know, because I've never said the shit that he's accusing me of fucking saying. You know, like, he wants to admit it. Nye was saying, the Holy Grail, it's a clip. Yeah, it's a fucking clip. Show me the goddamn clips where I'm fucking doxing people.
They don't have shit. But you.
Of course they don't.
Buddy. You just said that he.
I know I didn't.
Random jobs for a short period of time. That's it.
Which is not doxing. Doxing is me saying, hey, guys, look at this fat bitch that so-and-so is married to. Oh, look at their fucking children. This little motherfucker has cancer. Oh, guess what? You want to see where this bitch works? Here's the goddamn address. Oh, you want to see where this motherfucker works? Yeah, get him fired too. Fuck these people. I'm going to send angry letters to their, you know, emails and whatever to their fucking jobs. I'm going to do all that. That's doxing.
Slippers.
Telling a bunch of people that somebody's father is a federal judge, that would be doxing.
Yeah, for sure.
Pumpkin, did you dox Roger or JB? Why was Bima saying you were distributing information to Chaos Agents, Pumpkin?
I have no idea what she's talking about.
I mean, aren't you claiming that you're the mastermind of all this drama?
I heard the clip. He did say that. Yes, he did. You can't deny that.
I mean, I record everything.
I would just like to ask who is actually Pumpkin.
It doesn't matter.
Adams, what about what you've been doing to Sarah, man? She has some allegations on you too, and you got this moral high ground.
And me? What do you put in the chat feeds?
And me, don't forget me. Slippers is causing me all kinds of problems.
So let me ask you a question. You guys all think that I'm gay. So listening to the accusations that Sarah has to put out, I mean, how is that going to really resonate with a reasonable person?
Wait, mother and...
There you go. So at the end of the day...
Oh, you're bisexual?
At the end of the day, this is a slippery slope that I really don't think that you people want to go down.
Well, okay, Adams, I will just say this is...
And again, Rich, yes, I did report you. Right. Because again, the shit that you're saying, reading court documents, and the fact that you have a parent that's a federal judge, which you have actually discussed on this app. You actually outed yourself, right? So again, there's a federal fucking agency to report it.
Well, Adams, I would say this about you being gay. I don't mean this in a mean way. It might be because somebody told me.
Pepe, I don't care. I don't care, Pepe.
Okay.
Pepe, I don't care. I don't care. Think that I'm gay, straight, I fuck midgets. I don't care.
Okay, but let me put it like this. My personal intuition was that you were gay, and I still thought you were like cool, and you were always welcome in my spaces.
Yeah, we didn't not like him for being gay.
Cray, welcome to the room. Cray, I'm hoping maybe I can do a Q&A with you because I need to do a fundraiser Monday, Tuesday to get back on the road to get more signatures on our petitions. I'm wondering if you'd be interested in endorsing candidate Kitover and helping with the
Craig, how you
fundraiser.
doing? Craig, do you recall me being modded up in White America? Craig,
You will get paid. I'll split all revenue with you 50-50. You'll get paid as a fundraiser. Don't listen to Slippers.
I'm not donating that.
No, you're not donating. You're fundraising.
This man is a scam
Okay,
artist.
John, shut the fuck up.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Don't call me a scam artist, Slippers.
Okay, you're gonna go to
You are a scam artist.
Adams, we have a problem. We did have a problem with Mojo running that scam on his stage, though, right? Like, he knew that it was pretty much a fake hoax, you know.
I'm on NPR, Matt. I'm on NPR.
Why? We already know the private conversation that was had. This is not funny at all, dude.
It is.
So, that was my only problem with Adams with Mojo near the end there, really. Like,
Right. So instead of doxing him, what you guys should have done is do what I did. Hold on.
just for clarity,
Hold on.
you didn't dox him, though. Just
No,
to let you know.
you didn't, Matt. Matt had nothing to do with this. Instead of outing Roger, what y'all should have done is called the Illinois Department of Mental Health, right? Which is what I did. So again, I called the Illinois Department of Mental Health. When you decided that you wanted to run this fake narrative as far as being a congressman, you gave up your fucking address, you dumbass. So again, at the end of the fucking day,
Dogs!
I have a right as a concerned citizen from the state of California to have them enact a mental hygiene warrant.
Hey, Crazy. Or, excuse me, Cray. Why am I Cray? I'm reading your name. Sorry. How do you think about this white on, mostly white on white violence? I guess you can say that you've been hearing for the last few weeks.
Fucking no viewers at all.
I've been here for it. You know, normally it's black on black violence, as the Democrats have put it. Normally it's black on black violence, but it's not. So I'm just here for the violence.
Yeah.
Because I guess at the end of the day, right, violence is technically violence, right? Whether if it's black on black, white on white, white on black, black on white, it doesn't matter. It's all technically violence, right? But, you know, due to the way how the Democrats have tried to indoctrinate people, you know, that's when they try to push, oh, it's white on white, black on black, this on that. I'm just here for the violence, no matter who inflicts it, to be real. So, yeah.
All right. But Adams, I would say, with you personally, though, like, none of us went after you. Like, you have to understand, like, we all thought you were, like, we were cool. Like, we were, at least, not friends. Some of them, friends in real life, but at least friends on here, and we did not, we were not, like, trying to fuck with you. I don't...
Yeah, we don't
know
think
why
we
you
don't
feel
care
that.
that he's gay.
I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about other people. Like, we are not, like, out, we don't have, like, a vendetta against Adams.
Yeah, you're just a bitch.
Yeah, just your friends.
We don't care that you're gay, you're just a bitch.
But I do think it comical that JB said, "You're not a man if you don't come on my stage." Okay, come on my stage then. Prove that you're the man that I'm not, and you come on my fucking stage. And I told you I'll clear the fucking stage and give you a mod badge. And it was the neutral party who kept on bitching at both of us, saying, stop the fighting, which is KP and Sig. Sig and KP were like, dude, I'll fucking have a sit down with you guys. I'll mod it. Like, you guys need to settle this. And you were like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't know, dude. But then all of a sudden, when you have a stage and you're the only moderator, I mean, okay, yeah, that's being quote unquote a man. That's being a dummy.
How do we do it so that everybody can get in that he's blocked?
I mean, I can host a space.
Okay. And then and we get Sig the mod?
No.
I think it should just be Craig.
I would be the only mod, and I would do it in my room, the way how I always run it. I'm the only mod. Nobody gets a mod. That's the only fair way to do it. And I'm not biased with nobody. So, yeah, you're not gonna come in and try to say, oh, hey, like, I'm a Republican. Let me get a green bean. That's not gonna work. Hey, I voted for Donald Trump. Let me get a green. No, I don't give a fuck. I voted for Kamala Harris. I don't give a fuck. Like, none of that shit's gonna work with me. Like, all that political shit, all that don't work with me. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I can care less. And that's no diss of shit, or that's no diss of Sig. I fuck with Sig, but like, I'm gonna be real. A lot of the way how the situation even was handled, like, you know, like, niggas didn't want to stand on business for real, and they just kind of pushed a one-way narrative. I don't like shit like that. I really don't. You know what I'm saying? So if we gonna clear the business, we're gonna do it with one mod, nobody else, and that's the way how we really get the business clear. And we're gonna be unbiased. We're gonna ask questions all across the board. It's not just gonna be a one way to kind of lead a direction into a narrative. I don't do that.
Well, Adams, go talk to your people. You know, go tell them it's going down. Set it up. Krishan, you're gonna be the admin. I don't know what house you're gonna do it in. You have your own house.
First of all, I'm not gonna listen to some monkey with your namesake as a fucking the Shakespearean tragedy. Okay, you are a tragedy. You are a dumpster fire. You're a fake intellectual, and you're a dumb ass fucking monkey. So again, I'm not taking answers or any advice from you. Okay, I'm gonna talk to Cray. Okay, as far as Cray opening up a space to have this conversation. Shut up, monkey. Shut up, monkey. Shut up, monkey. Don't try to get that fake ass, fraud ass, fucking dirty foreigner. Don't try to get that dirty foreigner to back you up. Right? You Shakespearean fucking tragedy. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, you tragedy. Shut up. So again, at the end of the fucking day, Craig, do what you gotta do, and I'm definitely here to support you, Craig.
Yeah, I'll open it up tomorrow because it is a little late, but I will contact my friends involved. You know what I'm saying? I'll try my best to get JB in the room, and we could just all just have this conversation and just clear it all up.
Wait. Let's clear this shit up with Sarah and Adams right now.
Well, hold on, guys, let's not.
Let me.
No, hold on. Guys.
Sarah,
Stop.
Just
Stop. Okay, stop. I don't want.
Get fired. You're gonna get fired.
Okay, guys. I do not want to turn this into a Sarah. You know, obviously, if I want to target Adams, I can side with Sarah. I can do this and that. You know, I'm not gonna do this on my fucking stage. Okay.
I want to say or tell us something.
Okay, but not if it has to do with guys. If it has to do with Adams.
Sarah, I suggest you shut the fuck up because again, you're
Hold on, Adams.
You're already writing your own resume.
Adams. She can't address you. You can't address her. Okay. If she says I'm gonna kick her if she says anything about you. Okay. So just do not address each other.
I'm not here to play into Attila's game. I'm here on the stage to tell Attila he's one of the trashiest people on this fucking app.
Thank you.
Not for 1 second, Attila. I've been able to respect you Iran. Okay, now only because Adam and I had an issue, it doesn't mean I'm gonna side with you. You're a
fine,
trash.
but I'll never sexually harass you like he did. I'll never sexually harass you like he did.
Okay, guys, I don't want to, okay, look, we're not having a space, God damn it, Lithik.
I'm sorry.
We are not having a space on the Middle East drama. We're not, quite frankly, there are rooms that are like literally every hour that I've been on this app, you're gonna have Muslims, you're gonna have Jews, you're gonna Zionists, and so they're all gonna have their rooms, and you guys get to discuss this shit, and all of you pro-monarchist from Iran and whatever the fuck from Iran, you guys can all do your thing on here. This is not a room. None of us, or at least me and Matt and myself, we are not Jews, Muslims, or.
I'm not here for any of that. But I'm not a monarchist anyway.
And let me tell you something. Wait, look, hold on, Pepe.
But Attila, I don't want to address that point.
I'm not. This is my last word on it. Roger, JB, and Adams have all sexually harassed Sarah, and I was the only one that stood up for her. That's the truth.
Well, Thelma, you don't even stand up for your fucking mother. Okay? You're the trash.
That's the truth.
You do not. You sound like you don't want to stand up for, okay? Yeah, the first time I met you on this app, you threatened my life.
Let them do what they do. I guess
You
you're going to be Zionist at the end of the day.
You
Zionists
threatened
gonna
my
wake up
life
at the end
for
of the
being
day.
pro-Israel on this fucking app. You're a piece of shit.
The Zionists
You're
gonna
trash.
wake up at the end of the day. She gonna side with the Zionists, even though they.
Well, man, if you don't want to be protected, why you going out?
All right, guys, hold on. Okay, the Zionists and the pro-Palestine people, you guys don't bring this drama on my stage. You guys just said what you're gonna say. I just really, I don't want to talk about it.
Can I ask him a question, Pepe?
No. Hold on.
You want to reset, Pepe?
Yes,
So, I'll do a reset.
Can I get like 20 seconds? That's all.
Okay, 20 seconds, then I'm gonna do a reset. Go ahead.
The question is, Adams, are you a part-time faggot?
Change your dad's bedpan? Are you changing your dad's bedpan? Are you changing your dad's
All right, stop.
Yeah,
Stop.
imagine missing out on life because there's
Jesus Christ. I'm going to help
you
you.
could afford.
Oh my God, I'm saying the Lord
Changing your dad's
Jesus Christ. You're going to send me to hell, okay?
like a dumb, bald-headed fucking pimp.
Okay, wow. Can I do a reset? Guys, holy shit. Wow. Yeah, reset. So, look, there was a room made that GB made earlier. Now, I had a room that was the beautiful Ukrainian refugee who came to the United States, and she was living in Charlotte, North Carolina. She got stabbed by this black man.
That was so sad.
And
Epstein was
that was
instead
what my room was
housed.
about. It was not about JB. It was not about any of this stuff. Adams comes in, and it's like, oh, we haven't talked to Adams in a while. And so we're talking. I'm on stage. He's in the chat. We're addressing each other back and forth. Adams comes on stage. And naturally, the kind of, a lot of the drama, I guess you can say, was stemming from the whole JB stuff. And then JB opens up a room, and then I hit my room. And it's talking about me and I was just, I was listening. I've been saying this for weeks. Apparently, it all started, at least with me, when I was being attacked. He's listening in on Anonymous. And JB was saying, I'm a piece of shit. I doxed his Rogers family. I doxed where he worked. I gave out like social security numbers and addresses or some stupid shit. And then he was telling people like, you may like to go into his rooms, but just remember this can turn on to you. And I say like, whoa, this is bullshit. Like, no, I've never done that. Like, and so I end up going off anonymous, go into his room, answer a few questions, and said, yeah, no, I didn't do any of that. In fact, I'll give you $1,000 if you find the clip where it is where I'm saying a relative's name, where you worked, like the name of your employer, an address, a social security number, any of that stuff. And then he's like, I'm about to make $1,000, and he's going to go in John Kitover's, I guess, replays. And long story short, in this replay, and by the way, I've looked for those clips. I could not find even the room that they say that they were alluding to. Well, hold on, shut up, Rich.
It's just not something you bring down.
No, hold on. And so I'm trying to find like where in this so-called room I was saying any of this stuff. I couldn't find it, but I know I didn't say any of this stuff. But then it comes out today that not only did they not have the clips like they said they did, but John, basically JB's trying to tell John that, hey, look, $600, I'll match that if you show me, if you find the clip. And he's like, yeah, dude, I don't have that clip. Like, there's no clip. And it's just like amazing. Now, you spent weeks making me an argument that I said something that I did not say. And I'll say this again, and this is what I was saying weeks ago. The minute I stay anonymous on this app, so in other words, I don't hit on women and try to meet them in real life, like ever. They would try to do this shit in my back channel. It could be that some of them are just trying to get me to release my identity. I don't know. But I don't. There are other avenues for. If you want to meet a woman, it's not going to be on here. Come on my stage. That you're the man that I'm not. But with that being said, if I ever sent out a dick pic, if I ever sent anything gross to any woman, I mean, dude, you guys know I would have been made contact, like, a couple of years ago. It never happened. Like, where's the recording? I've been not. None of this shit exists. And JB even took it a step further. He went and said that this is serious now. He's fucking with my family. He's threatening my kids. It's my dude. Where's the clip? Your kids? What kids? I didn't know you had kids. Well, I think I've heard that you have a son. But then other people have talked to you more and said that you have kids, plural. Because I do remember talking to you once and saying you had to go to an event with your son. So I that kind of stuck with me where, like, okay, I think you have a son, or okay, amazing. You have a daughter or something. I think somebody's alluding. People have been saying something about you going to Texas to live with the daughter. This is all I've heard. I don't know anything about your kids, and quite frankly, your kids are not of importance. Why do I care about your kids? What does that get? What content do I get out of saying like you have a daughter that like lives in Texas or some shit like that? Where I've heard people said you're moving there because of that. Does anybody care? What does that even have to do with you? It's just stupid. But he admitted, they admitted basically they have no clips. The last few weeks it's all been hearsay. When it comes to what else? Oh, he did challenge me. He said, "Be a man, oh man, just come up here on my stage, yada yada yada." Bro, why when KP and Sig were trying to say, get both sides to quash this, and they don't like that we're fighting. They had offered to basically have a space where the two of us could talk it out. You bitched out. No, you want to do it on your stage. You said I was a vagina for not doing it. No, I guess my question that I'd ask you is like, not only will I clear the whole stage, but I'll give you a mod badge.
Your Honor, what's the point of a hearing if
So we're on equal footing.
I remind you to speak as loudly as
You're not going to do that.
Keep my face on.
Like, you are literally like the most slimy,
that the vision of your remaining
just like piece of shit. You're a fucking
more
pussy.
reliable than that of Mr. Darmody's own
The
mother?
reason you need to have the mod badge is because I'm going to ask you the
There's
questions.
no body.
You're going to make accusations about me, like that I
It was my son.
talked about
It
your
doesn't
family,
matter what I
that I
said. There's
dumped
no one
Roger's
there.
family, and I'm going to ask you
I was in love.
prove
I was tricked.
prove that I did
How
it,
can
to
that be
provide
right?
some kind of receipt.
I'm
I will
not
not
allowed
be
to
able to
speak.
do it.
I'm not allowed to live. Why does a man get to do
What can
anything
you
he
do after
wants?
that point?
I notice you're
So he
wearing
only
black.
makes response rooms to mine. Like he will not go on the same stage as me wherever I am, even when he's in the audience.
Yeah, Craig, early on, Sig and a bunch of people asked if they could, moderate, between them all. But I guess that never came to fruition,
Well, I mean, cause
It was his side. It was him that
because-
refused.
Well, is it because like, he just wants to just have the one conversation with you and not really everybody else?
Well, no. So like Sig,
Because I mean, I don't know.
well, Sig, for example, he's been moderating rooms with them as this has been going on. Like he does not, you know Sig, right, Craig?
Yeah. I know. So.
He's not going to get. He's a very headstrong individual. He's not going to give in to the. You can say, "Hey, we're feuding. Wow, how dare you be a mod on his stage?" And you'd be like, "Well, fuck you. I'm a grown man." You know how Sig is. He's not really. And where I almost thought he's perfect because he's not going to really.
It's a show for
Somebody
and
who's
by
not going
morons.
to, I think, be easily swayed by either of us. We can give narratives, and I don't think he'll care about a narrative. He'll just want the facts. Like,
It's a show for
okay, you're
and by
claiming this. Can you
morons.
prove that this happened? That's that. I mean, and I think that's the type of argument where JB is completely unwilling to have. He's giving a narrative-based argument, which I've when talking about him, some of it involves narrative for sure. When tying everything together, like his behavior and shit he's done in the past, on and off the app, but I'm not really, when it comes to the specifics of this example, I'm not somebody, I know for a fact, I did not give away any personal identifying information about family members, where they'd worked, any of that shit. It's never happened. And so, I know these clips are not going to come out. Like, they'll just repeat the lie over and over and over again. And when I make my rooms, he would not address anything, accusation I made specifically to debunk it. They would just like, JB would just say like, oh, he's my kids, my family, they're just gone over the line, he's doxing me, and okay, where, when? He can't do that. Like, at what point do you just like, he makes these accusations and he has these dick riders on his stage. Okay, but if he can't prove I said this, then, I mean, it's ridiculous. And what's really annoying is that since the beginning of this, all of this shit started between JP and I, with the alleged doxing of Roger. Our rooms have been, we've been recording each other.
Bitchy baby. Fuck you.
When JB Ben made the claim
Get the head off here.
that during these back and forths, after the drama with Roger, that I was doxing his kids and his family.
And deluding himself
okay.
with what am I saying there?
Where are the clips?
I just, you
They don't exist.
And
I know they don't exist because I've never mentioned one of his fucking family members' names.
I do think you should, just try, just a try, and it's like,
But I think
and it's like if you try, and it's like, he just, for whatever reason, just doesn't allow you to speak, or what I'm saying. If it's some shit like that, then I think it's more fair assessed. But I think you should at least just try to give it a shot. Like just at least try to have the conversation with him.
Well, I would with the moderator. He's not going to have the mod badge.
No, but I'm just saying in general, like, there's nothing wrong with doing it in a away game, like going to someone else. I mean, shit. I mean, if people got an issue,
I would do it.
Conversation with you about it.
I would do it, but the thing is, I know he won't do it. He won't even do it in a neutral
Shut up,
space.
bitch!
So
We know you don't look like that in your PTIs, you ugly hoe!
You can, and you see how basically anybody who says that they're on the sideline or they're on the fence regarding what's happening between him and I, he will absolutely attack them. And so I'm not going. And of course, the people in his room, you have people that that were, definitely cheerleading. Like, who is the name of this woman who I cannot fucking stand? One of the most annoying white women on the app, Jane Brosenzweig or some shit. She's, I'm looking at the shit she's posting in the comments, and you do have these lefties, and some other people just have a grievance with me personally because of my opinions and things I've said, and they're absolutely, it's not only is it a hostile territory, but if he has the mod badge, no, I'm not playing his game. I've never, and part of the reason why is because I've seen when people try to question him when he runs a room, that when they try to give any kind of pushback, it's my fucking space. You get the fuck out of here. I'm kicking you. Like, he doesn't have an actual debate. And to me, that is, people have witnessed this in my rooms and, in Clubhouse in the beginning. I would say something, if it was an African American, say like, oh, that's so racist, like fuck you, like whatever, and it'd be like, okay, I would actually mod this person up and be like, well, all right, what's up, bro? And have the conversation. Like, he's just not one of those people. Like, I don't respect him whatsoever. Either he can do it in a neutral space or he can't. Like, period. He wants to control the fucking narrative. No, what you need to do is you need to have a moderator where you can make your claim. There are rebuttals. You can make a counterclaim or a different claim. They can give a rebuttal, and then people can decide for themselves. He would not be able to have that kind of conversation with me because he's going to make claims, and I'm going to ask for proof. He will not find the proof. That is why, he won't do this.
Royal sheep, bring the evidence. Don't lie. And I'll say this in front of everybody. Fuck you and fuck Gaza. How about that? Make sure you clip it, bitch.
Amazing.
Right? Don't make claims.
No.
Don't make claims, royal sheep. I'm not the one you want to play with. I will wash you up, dry you up, and then hang you on the clothes. You understand that? And Lord Netanyahu, keep crying. You're probably gonna die from oxidative stress.
Holy shit.
Because you can't cook.
Okay. Let's not. I don't want to make this like a Middle Eastern room.
That's all I wanted to say. Bring your evidence. Where's the ICJ ruling?
Amazing. I appreciate your enthusiasm. We're just like, this is not a Palestine-Israel space.
I know that, Pepe. I just wanted to make it clear for all these Palestinians. Fuck Palestine.
Okay. Wow. I get it. I'm trying to avoid that stuff tonight.
The one thing I do want to say, that threw me off. I wasn't expecting that.
I'm a proud Zionist.
Yes. Amen. Absolutely.
Shabbat
Go
Shalom.
on mute.
Okay, and I just want to say, all of the attacks against me have been wildly anti-Semitic. Okay, they've been wildly anti-Semitic and disrespectful. Okay, to my identity and my being. All of the slurs that I was called on the stage.
Now, Adam's
all
been
the
on this
slurs.
app together for a long time, and I've heard you talk some shit, specifically to Sarah. That's why I asked
all of the slurs
why you
that have
were
been
jumping
put
her
towards me
and you were
have been
going off in the
viciously
chat.
anti-Semitic. Okay?
Not jumping a white
absolutely.
woman, no.
Thank you.
Right?
That's because he don't like women.
Okay, the one thing I'm not gonna say all that, but the one thing I do want to say is this.
Can we talk about Othello and my back channel and asking to eat my ass?
Because Craig is
Can we talk about that for a
Adam,
second?
let Craig finish.
Othello was in my back channel trying to eat my ass.
Othello, does he say
We're
butter
gonna
your
let Craig,
biscuits?
go ahead, Craig.
Or he gonna
Craig,
try
go
to
ahead.
spread my butter cheese? Yeah, I'm gonna be hard. That's what he said.
So the one thing I do want to say is this. I do think, Pepe, I do think you should at least just try to have the away game, because and this is coming from a person that has been known for doing away games. At least if you at least try to go to his territory and you try to have a conversation, and let's just say hypothetically it doesn't go the way how it's supposed to go. At least at that point, you could at least say that, like, you put in the effort and you actually tried to even go to his own space to talk about it, and for some strange reason, it didn't go down like that, right? Like, but I mean, I don't know. I don't think just not even trying and just saying that that's just what's gonna happen. Like, you never really know, especially with
That
Clubhouse,
actually
man.
is
Like,
what's gonna happen, though. He's going to remove people immediately because he wants to be top left. He wants everyone to only listen to him and hear what he's saying, and that's it. He won't allow anyone to speak. And he's been speaking on me, and I haven't even been in any of these fucking rooms. But I've been targeted as well.
Yeah, and I would say, shut up, pumpkin.
If someone spread a rumor and said that he hired me as a bodyguard, I'm still trying to figure out who said that.
Well, I'll say this, Craig. Like, I'm somebody, and I'm sure you know this, but I'm somebody who loved being made the content and playing the arena. That was actually the highlights of me on Clubhouse. Was literally being in when I very first started. You'd still have 1,000 people in a room, and like 30, 40, 50,000 people flowed through it.
This is Canada Congressman John Kitover. We're here in
The really big first one was like, to catch a white supremacist. It was like Lou Fax and Curtis. They did a room on me, and I was in the hot seat the whole fucking day. Ion, when he had it in the big rooms, I was on the hot seat. I'm somebody who actually thinks that shit is fun. Like, I thrive on that. Now with him, I'm gonna say, like, I'm trying to say this in a nice way. He's holy shit. First of all, the reason I would do it with the playing the away game before is because I got the exposure and it was a challenge. With him, it's literally just feeding into this guy who I think is like a nothing. He's not. He can't like organically draw people to his spaces on his own. I just don't. It's not, the drive is not there for me, and I know that it's going to be unfair, and I'll end up getting annoyed. The result is so predictable that I just don't want to play that game. Whereas if it was if it was several years ago when I would, once again, who the fuck. When it comes to controversy and a challenge, like, that's not somebody I'm not somebody who's known for dodging that kind of shit. But with him, it's just like, meh, you're a fucking nobody. You want to, like, cradle your ego in a weird way where it's like, you be a man, you come up with my state. No, get out of your fucking diapers and go on a neutral stage. He won't do it. And so, like, I'm not gonna... I won't play into his game mainly because not only do I know his intentions, but it's in a way it's actually helping him, and I'm not willing to help him. I think he's a piece of shit. Like, I do not like him. I've made that abundantly clear.
Long live Israel.
God bless Israel.
Well, I mean, I'm just wondering, like, how is this gonna resolve? Because it's just like, or is this just gonna be like just a continuous thing on this?
Well, sure, it could be. Like, when it
will be.
The reality is there's no peace. I think he's a piece of shit and that he's not capable of change. And so I'll just say this, when it comes to him, hold on a second, my Uber Eats is here. Sure.
How do you make a claim but you can't back it up?
Thank you.
I was gonna say,
Claim.
Pepe, remember that scene in No Country for Old
An
Men?
ICJ warrant is not an ICJ
Well,
warrant.
hold on. Okay. Now we're talking about Israel and ICJ. And
I know, I was gonna stay on topic.
well, hold on. But, goddamn, now I don't remember what I said.
Putting you in place.
I was getting my food, but I was trying to continue after that.
Just another Hamas whore in the chat.
Okay. Remember the scene in No Country for Old Men where he says that the guy's like a bottle cap or like a piece of lint? That's what JP's like. You know, when he's talking at the gas station attendant guy and then he flips the coin, lets him go. Yeah, that's what JP.
Well, here's the thing.
Well, let me ask you a question, Rich. Would you say that to his face?
Yes.
To be
6'4".
honest,
5'6", and a pimp scumbag fucking creep.
Hey, Adam, I'm gonna be real, bro.
Adam,
I'm gonna be real, bro. I don't think a lot of people would say a lot of this shit.
Exactly, Craig.
I think they just does woofing because it's a room where he's not in.
Okay, but I think
say shit when he's not around, bro. I ain't gonna.
But I would say
I
this.
say it to his face all the time.
Okay, hold on a second. Okay, but I've said it to his face, so I know there's a 0% chance he could like hurt me in a fucking confrontation. He's not somebody who's
And
I
he's a
find
predator,
even.
so he's a bitch.
Shut up and let me finish. He's not somebody I find remotely intimidating. I would actually find the everyday square, the person who's never been to jail, never been to prison, who will respond in a reasonable way to be far more threatening than him. This person will introduce, the authorities when it is warranted. They will use force when it is warranted. There's all kinds of shit with him. He's just like, I just look at him as a Weasley predator, but he's as a predator. I'm somebody who can prey on him if I wanted to. He's not somebody who would really go after me. And, like, if I was his next door neighbor, he'd be sucking my dick. Like,
What?
he'd be like, "Oh, you're the greatest." No, I don't mean literally, but I mean, he'd be like, "Yo, he's like doing stand-up guard." Like,
Pepe, you're the smartest person I ever met on Clubhouse.
Exactly.
It's like a coyote, Pepe.
He's somebody who could buy
like
his
squirrels and shit.
Sure.
But then when like a 12-year-old child chases after him, he runs away with his tail.
Sure, but I'm somebody who I think that, like, if he had just bought lunch, I'd be like, "What do you have there in your bag?" "Oh, amazing." And I just ate it in front of him. "Hey, you want to go in Clubhouse?" Yeah, let's go in Clubhouse. And I'd eat it in front of him, and he wouldn't say shit. Like, I actually look at him as one of those people. Now, he may not be I think he would prey on somebody if they thought they were, like, weaker, but he's somebody who will just take it like a little bitch once, when that person is capable of doing it. He respects that in the weird way he is. But Jesus Christ, shut the fuck up, Rich! You guys, I'm so derailed now, because I got my Uber Eats, and then Rich had to be a fucking faggot, autist, and go off and say whatever stupid shit. And then we have the super Israeli guy, and he's saying, like, his random super Israeli shit. And I don't even know what the fuck we're talking about now.
I was just gonna say, how many times do you think he got passed around like a pack of cigarettes in prison?
That didn't help answer my question.
Yeah, this is.
I don't know where we were.
This is. Yeah, I don't know, man.
I mean, you know, leave it to Rich to, you know, visualize his own gay
kinda,
sexual proclivities.
PTR.
It's crazy. Drive
Okay, you gotta
drive your Uber.
You gotta go. We're not doing that here.
Yo, Cray, what's the name of your house?
Keep banging.
All right.
But I'm just where are the clips? False narrative. For weeks, I said
Over
some
and
shit.
over again. Everybody's got a false
I'm waiting
narrative.
for the clips. This is so disappointing.
I'm the center of the clips. I'm the clip king. The king of Clubhouse clips. The clip king.
Even NY called it out. She was saying like, you guys, the Holy Grail will be the clip. I know I didn't say it, so like you're not gonna provide the clip.
Speaking of being clips, I'm surprised you're still here talking, Pepe. Figured you'd be clipped by now.
Yeah, well, who knows? It could happen, but you know, at the end of the day, you know,
I mean, I'm sitting here in this room, and you guys are kind of my entertainment for right now, so why would I clip him?
So why?
Along your narrative.
Well, why do you want to clip me, right? When I wouldn't try to like clip you? I'm just curious.
Involved in this room, only invited me. Who gives this shit? Who invited you, bitch? I'm sending you back to Gaza. Bring the evidence.
Okay.
Every room I see you out, I'm leaving.
Well, the goddamn Middle Easterners. Well, guys, keep your tribal. Keep your tribal warfare, you know, and you know, on your tribal land.
She's an Arab. They're inbred. What do you expect?
Well, I get it. Still not, you know, I'm not Middle Eastern.
I'll just say this when it comes to him.
You did say it. The ICJ
I'll just say this when
it's a ruling. So where is the ICJ ruling, bitch? Because I can bring you Joanne Donahue saying that's not it.
We stage. Okay, come on, I stage it.
I get it. I've seen the pictures where you have a rather plump mother holding an emaciated child, and the first question that comes to mind is like, why is this bitch so fat? Or not fat, but plump. And this kid's emaciated. That doesn't make sense.
That's why nobody wants them, Pepe. Jordan doesn't want you, Kuwait doesn't want you, Egypt doesn't want you, Bahrain doesn't want you, Qatar doesn't want you, Saudi doesn't want you, Turkey doesn't want you. You're fucking pieces of shit. Every country you've been in, you've committed terrorism, you fucking terrorist.
But Alpha, I'm a Palestinian. Why are you talking about this way?
Yeah, are you fucking too? Ha!
And I am. Why are you being so mean?
Maybe they paid
I'll just say this when it comes to him.
Palestinian, wow. No way. I don't believe it.
Space to talk.
I am. Yeah, actually, my family's from Gaza.
Where in Gaza? From Khan Yunis?
Not too far from there. We were one of the Catholics. I'm serious.
One of the Catholics who got wiped out, right? That's the early 2000s,
Master
right?
said love makes us more beautiful. Who chooses
No,
not to
you guys
love
just
he got wisdom.
But
The
anyway,
Master said loveless men cannot bear need long.
yeah.
They cannot bear fortune long.
Yo, Pepe, on the
Loving
subject
hearts
that you were
find peace
talking
and
about,
love. Clever heads find
general problem.
profit in it. The Master
Anybody
said
can make a claim,
love can alone
right?
love others.
Anybody can take
or hate
anybody to
others.
court.
The Master
prove
said
it.
hearts set on love
They're gonna
do
lose
no
it.
wrong. The
So if you
Master
said
said
nothing
wealth
wrong,
and honors are what men
everything's
desire.
good, man.
But
Well,
abide
I
not
would
in by
say
help
it's
of
somewhat
wrong.
similar
No
to
doesn't want are hated of men, but forsake them not by
Holy shit, how
help
do you
of
put it?
wrong. Shorn of love
okay,
is
so
a
when it
gentleman
comes to
worthy thy name. But for
Gaza,
one moment
people
may
say,
gentlemen
"It's
sin
a
against
genocide,
loud
it's a
none
genocide."
flying
Okay,
haze,
well, I
knowing
mean,
it
first
another
of all, like,
overthrow.
the definition of
The
genocide
Master said
seems
a
to
friend
change
to love, a
according
foe
to
to evil. I have yet to meet
what,
a friend
which
to love
side
who
is the
said nothing
adventure on.
higher, and love serves a foe to evil.
You're gonna have to trust me.
Okay, so for example, you see
Actually,
like a
that's
picture.
probably not a smart idea.
One of the hard times I have with
Murder is the
a
end
lot
of
of the
a thing.
pro-Palestinians is they'll
Medicare,
see like,
Medicaid.
look at this
We the people,
How is that not a genocide? It's so
The
like
20th day of January.
there's something that's like
In terms of
emotionally like
senators and
tugging at your
representatives,
heartstrings, and then like
Before you go to
is it really? No,
Looked
it's not
supposedly
really.
highly
It's just like
regarding the Semitic to
very
begin with.
Well,
ugly,
defense
evil.
budget to 600.
I wouldn't say evil. It's just like a big, ugly reality that happens in war. And so because of this, because you showed me a sad video after they agreed there's a genocide happening, which is completely illogical. And
I believe behind that.
look, I've had enough. There's maybe been one or two people that are pro-Palestine that I've talked to that I think are reasonable.
Counts don't compliment what I'm
I
doing, so.
Seriously, I would say over 99% of the people that are pro-Palestine, you guys are super unreasonable. And I'll also say this, I also think a substantial proportion of the Zionists or the pro-Israel people I've talked to are also unreasonable.
What was your goal?
First, both parties have like a vested interest in their side winning. But it's I can't help it, when it comes to the pro-Palestine
If you're a small
side,
content creator, use this sound to gain at least 100 new subscribers. Don't believe me? Try it yourself.
And their narratives are not only
If you're a small
less
content
accurate,
creator,
but just
use this sound to gain a
patently false.
So it's false that 70% of the people dead are of the children.
But we don't have the accurate numbers.
BBC.
Yeah, but that's the thing though, is that even people that are pro-Israel or pro-Hamas, at least the smart ones, they recognize that those don't reflect, there's no way to verify those are the
Can I ask a question?
accurate numbers. And then when it comes to, yeah, sure, right after me. But then even when it comes to children, I think a lot of people don't realize this, but and I hate even having to make this argument because I don't want to give these people any kind of legitimacy. But in the Middle East in particular, children are often combatants. Like, in other words, 16, 15, and 17-year-olds.
What about 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds?
Nobody makes that claim. Go ahead, Adams.
Got it. Thank you, Pepe. So, Othello, why does your black ass actually care about any of these issues? You should be more worried about black women, okay, aborting fetuses in the womb. Why don't you talk about the death rate of black American children in America? So again, and you're not worried about it because again, you're not in a position to procreate, right? So shut your dumb ass incel black ass up and mind your fucking business and stop worrying about Israel. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. As much as my checkbook can afford. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, broke blackie, broke. Blackie, bro, Blackie, thank you, you're poor, you're broke, lame Jews, get off of social media and go get a job, shouldn't you be driving an Uber, shouldn't you be driving an Uber, shouldn't you be driving, wait, allegations, I thought, wait a minute, 1 minute I'm gay, the next minute I have allegations, like this is crazy, this is crazy. Again, have fun in court. Sarah's not going to say shit because Sarah wants to keep her fucking job. So again, Sarah's going to continue to shut the fuck up. Sarah's going to continue.
He's trying to silence her. He's trying
to silence Sarah's shutting up because Othello is a piece of...
That's how this goes. That's how this goes. That's how this goes. That's how it goes. So again, I'm gay 1 minute, the next minute I'm sexually harassing women. Isn't this rich? Like this is crazy. Where is Rich? Where is Rich, by the way? Like this is crazy. This is crazy.
she lose her job? Why would she lose her job? Why would she lose her job? Right.
What do you mean doxing?
What do you mean? What do we mean?
Conversation with somebody at the dinner table is doxing?
Wait a minute,
Thank you. So again, keep running your...
Adams, how would she lose her job?
Threatening to dox her. Wow.
Be quiet now, lady.
Mind your... Because I was muted. Mind your business, Mom.
Okay, I muted him. No, I am minding my business. Maybe if you would mind your own business, you wouldn't be having this conversation.
Let me tell you something. You postmenopausal, dusty bitch. Okay?
Okay,
Was Amber Rose mad?
What about Amber Rose?
Was Amber Rose mad?
Oh, is that the best you can do?
Amber Rose wasn't mad when she called you out.
Is that the best you can do?
When she called you out.
No, she didn't call me out for anything.
She called you out. She definitely called you the fuck out.
No, she didn't call me out.
She definitely called you the fuck out.
I can do the bitch right now if I wanted to.
Thank you.
You were in here.
God bless Amber Rose.
You want to suck his dick?
God bless Amber Rose.
Just tell him that.
God bless Amber Rose. I would definitely say
In his defense, he did tell me that he wanted to suck my dick. He said, Nick's making me so horny right now.
Thank you.
Actually, I wasn't referring to you. I was referring to
You had a whole celebrity call you out for being a catfish.
She didn't call me out.
You had a whole celebrity call you out for being a catfish, bitch.
Watch your mouth.
You fucking idiot. How would I call catfish, you dumb bitch? How the fuck could I be a catfish? Well, I've met too many
and none of them been married to you, you single fucking middle-aged bitch. So again,
I've been married,
thank you.
but you can't figure out you all that women and all that. Then you're giving all kinds of stuff to the trans women, bitch. You can't figure out what the fuck you wanna be, bitch.
Got you nowhere. Got you nowhere. You're sitting up on social media.
You mad because
posting roles, 40 and 20-year-olds with your dumb-ass bitch. Why are you not on the Housewives?
You're a liar.
Why are you not on the Housewives, Mom?
I'm living for this. This is what it's like when two of your enemies clash. All you do is sit back and record. Boom, boom, boom. It's like watching Rams. Bang, bang, bang.
You are run through.
I've been married.
You're run through. You're run through.
Who's going to marry you?
Thank you. You're run through. Don't worry about who I'm going to marry.
I'm not worried about it.
Don't worry about who I'm going to marry, man. That might be the person who's selected your next cards. Thank you.
Bitch. Nobody's thinking about you at all. You're in here lying, talking all kinds of shit.
Keep muting me, bitch. You weak-ass bitch. Catfish.
You're weak.
Catfish.
And you're classic.
Catfish.
Enough.
Catfish. A whole celebrity called you out.
After all these years, you're still a nothing. No wonder you're cool with JB. You both wanted the same, right? Fuck you, bitch.
You no talent, have that bitch.
Cloud chasing, and so are you, but you're still a nobody on here.
Well, Adams, I'm just.
This is some good roasting.
You know what Mon looks like? She is gorgeous. She's been. She was obviously a model. She.
Tonight. Amber Rose probably has something against women that are older than her. Considering the fact that she's taking her man, right?
Let's ping her in the room, Ron.
I don't know what this is.
Yeah, exactly. Shut the fuck up, you dumb groupie ass bitch.
You're the groupie.
Who's a groupie?
You're around this app. You're
Who's a groupie?
Is that what you are?
Who's a groupie? Listen,
Still
you're
a
a gig
secretary.
worker.
You're
a gig
still
worker. You don't
a
have a full-time
secretary. You're a secretary.
You are a gig worker. You don't have a full-time
You're a
job.
secretary.
Broken ass
You're a
bitch.
secretary.
Right, exactly. Go
You're
clean your
everybody's
kitchen.
secretary.
Amber said your
Actually,
kitchen is dirty.
she wasn't even over at my house.
She was
denied
again. Your kitchen is dirty.
We talked about this
Your
house. about.
Just like her dirty ass
Amber
yellow
never
teeth.
said
bitch.
that, but I know
So again,
that's all you
keep
got
one of
going
your
on
mouths.
because
You're a
you're weak
catfish.
and whack.
You're a middle-aged
You're
woman trying to
weak
live out your
and
youth.
you're whack. You're weak and you're whack.
I'm just curious
What
though.
a weak bitch.
I'm just curious though, Adams, is that like Mon and I and White, because we were like the
Well, wait, these people don't realize I've met Vax. He never came back to this app and said anything about me other than me being beautiful. Did not say
He did say he wanted to fuck you, and I got mad at him.
So they don't realize that I've met people off this fucking app. They never came back with any of that shit. So fuck Amber. Like I said, maybe she has something against women that are older than her, considering the fact that they keep taking all of her men.
I mean, isn't Cher like 80 years old?
Logan, mom,
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe she's like...
I mean, Cher took her man, and he's how old? Like in his 30s?
And I was your friend Adams, but you know, when JB was talking shit about me and the other
guys.
be quiet, man. No. Shut up.
Yeah, no, yeah, okay.
You dumb Arab, shut the fuck up. Sorry.
Like, Adams, did you defend me in that room? Because you and I have been cool for years, although you do have a tendency to just flip on people. Why? Just because.
That's what he did, and that's what Adams did, and that's why he's so upset.
I know.
That's why
I've
he's
been
so
cool for
upset.
a few times. That's why I kept telling you, Pepe, don't lock this motherfucker up in this room.
And you told me
Okay, that's another hour. I mean, how many hours is this going to go? This is
What's
unbelievable.
funny is that you, Michelle King, and we can talk about like a bunch of people in this clubhouse that were saying basically like, no, dude, JB is a piece of shit. Like, do not believe him. But it's like, well, I'm not a judge for myself. I judge for myself, and you know, I realized I gave this piece of shit like way too much wiggle room. Like with him, and the same thing happened with Brad and KK. They actually befriended him and stuck up for him for a portion of time, and where they were like, okay, well, we hear the rumors, like we'll just get to know him, you know, for ourselves. But he wears out his welcome. That's just like, that's his nature. Like he can't control himself. And
It's the projection show. I've got to create
I just think it's funny.
a clubhouse name called Projection, and every time somebody projects, we hit the bell. That's the way to do this show.
Really? I mean, she's... And Adams, you know the black people in this app, by and large, all regard her as being, like, beautiful. Like, I think she's extremely attractive. And you're just like...
Now he's pulling a Roger in the same way that he talks to Monica.
The only person on this app that actually knows who I am in real life. I mean, she's a gorgeous woman, and you just, like... I don't know. It's just... She's somebody who is so kind to you. And why are you shitting on her now that you have this piece of shit JB that's like, for whatever reason, you want to think he's like a good guy.
Superstitious. Smells good. Are you here because of the fire? Anything we should be worried about?
No.
Reminds them about the perimeter.
I would just say to them, show the proof where I doxed anybody by sharing family members' names, where they work, addresses, social security number if you can't do it.
Too close.
Can't get over the fire.
So
They have to really tell them. They cannot go.
They've been running with this fake content for a few weeks.
I repeat, we are too close.
And
We want you inside the perimeter.
the result of it was that, you know, JB ended up losing space in healthy debates. So now he can get a room with like a few people. Now look at him. I have a new account. But we can look at my rooms, I get, more people, and
White on black on white.
They'll say like, oh, that's not important. It is important to him. He's a narcissistic piece of shit. Which is the only reason why I try to drive that point home to him. You didn't win, dude. Like, you're a worthless piece of fucking shit. We all know it. And he never addresses this part in this room, so I'll just drive it home again. You are somebody that nobody's brother, father, son ever wants to see me with a female family member. You are just like the biggest piece of fucking shit. Absolute piece of fucking shit.
I mean, the end of the month.
I'm not going to go to where I want to go, but I would not be able to live with myself if I was you. That's all I'm going to say. You are beyond fucking worthless. You are a net drain. You're a predator. You're an absolute piece of fucking human filth.
I'll personally supervise the test.
You don't address anything I say in my rooms. You just double down on your stupid narratives, and you have these low IQ people that basically just follow along, and that's fine. But I will just say to you people that follow along, is it any real surprise why even the large black creators on this fucking app, when they go on to other platforms, I don't know where I left off at.
We left. I think we lost you there.
Where did I leave off at?
Human, scum, something like that. Can we bring out?
Yeah, what I would say is this: is that guys, that wherever I went on this app, when you still had large rooms, they'd be like, "Oh, there's Pepe. Bring up Pepe." When I go into other platforms, they'd bring me up this horrible, evil racist. I guess kind of the point kind of. Sorry, I have my phone case off, so I keep on hitting buttons. But
okay,
the point that
you fuck cousins too. That's what I read in the chat. Is it true?
All right, stop.
You like to contaminate the gene pool?
Jesus Christ! Why is, dude? This is not in Israel.
Oh, it's very funny. Stop fucking up the gene pool.
Okay, amazing. Jesus Christ! I lost my train of thought now. I was cleaning some shit out of my refrigerator.
Bro, who cleans the refrigerator and talks at the same time?
Can someone take the trash out? What is Othello doing here still?
There's 12 anonymous.
Shut the fuck up.
No, you shut the fuck up.
Hold on a second.
Do these Muslim trashes pay you, Pepe, for having the side?
Professor,
what Muslims? I don't have Muslim side. My point has been clear for. Okay, so people say oh, you're chummy with Mikhail and whatever. Okay, I think Mikhail and even Prince, when you're not having religious conversations or conversations regarding immigration, they're okay people. But my first experience with both of them was before October 7th, and I was very blunt when I said that I want zero immigration of Muslims into the West. Period. Now, Mikhail had told me in response, he said, I'm of French descent, and he said, well, I think France should have a caliphate. And it's oh, amazing. Obviously, much different beliefs than myself. I did. When have Muslims ever considered me to be on their side? They there's not a Muslim on this app who's going to say that, like, I don't think they belong, that they should not be basically deported and not come into the United States or any area in the West. And, you know, it's not, okay, like, I have my, you know, pretty strong criticism of Israel, but I'm not, it's not someone like on the
Pepe,
Muslim side.
There's a difference between criticizing Netanyahu for whatever policy his people. For example, we have a dumb bitch, a propagandist bitch, saying why is there protests, right? Why are protests in Tel Aviv or Jerusalem? Of course there are. They're saying you need to bring the hostages home. Defeat Hamas as soon as possible. They're not telling Netanyahu to stop the war. They're not telling him to stop the war and let Hamas become another genocidal attack against them. What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, I think what ends up happening
between you criticizing your government, right, and calling for the destruction of a state. Bro, don't get it twisted. Nobody's buying what you're shoveling. Nobody.
Pepe, the Muslims, I think what they do is they hear you being critical on the state of Israel and also the United States funding Israel in their campaign and stuff like that. And they hear you being critical and they're like, yeah, he's on our side. And I'm like, hey, Pepe, I'm like, which one would you choose? The Muslims or the Jews? And they're like, oh yeah, the Jews, fuck the Muslims.
No, I mean, I the Jews 10 times over, like, which group of people do I find
This is not a game for you.
a much better fit
What are
in
the
the
chances of
West
me getting close to a game
and
like this again? Come on, Anthony. Let's do it just once. I
least
don't do business
threatening
with
it's
outside friends. You
Jews? I
understand?
mean,
Hey, do I have to show you high school politics
I
to
don't
these
know.
guys?
I know
Decide.
maybe some of you
I appreciate your
pro-Palestine
position,
people
but come on,
take
Tony, I'm a
offense to
big
that.
boy.
What
do you hold?
I have a question for clarification.
We need
If
5
you have
teachers
Jews
for
this
7
gauntlet, you
Come
can
on,
get
you
rid
fool
of the
me,
two
I'll
people.
short
Which
term.
one would you snap your
Don't
fingers
say short if you don't
Jews
mean
or
short.
Muslims?
Whole kidding aside, you understand what I'm saying to you? Yeah, of course. Hey, you don't have to explain business to me. I'm gonna let you sleep one day, then you're gonna get the fuck up and you're gonna go get my
No, it's time for
$45,000.
Genesis gauntlet.
No problem. Wanna go for schmitz? If after one day you don't give me every penny,
Or
I'm
if you
gonna send
could
someone
ask
down
God to
to the joint
eliminate one of the
every
two groups,
Saturday for
which one would you
5%
get rid of?
interest.
The Jews
If
or
you
the
don't have
Muslims?
it, it gets stacked up to the principal.
The religion of
Understand?
pedophilia.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Judaism or Islam? Which one would you get rid of?
The religion of pedo.
Hold on, guys. Can you both shut the fuck up? And I'm not trying to be rude to you, Alpha, but I am Othello. But
our government back.
Pepe, which one would you get rid of and snap your fingers with the gauntlet? In the Infinity Sons.
Royal. Anywhere I see you, until you bring that evidence for that claim, they're gonna keep on getting.
Yeah, but Royal's
That's it.
Angel Hori. Just ignore her.
Because we have these blue-eyed, stupid, dumb, blonde bitches, no disrespect to blondes, we have these stupid, blue-eyed, blonde bitches sucking up Hamas, thinking they're doing the world a favor. No, you're not. We're going to destroy Hamas. We're going to send their pictures to your TV screens.